fight, fight, fight.
He nearly got killed.
I need to unite my party.
Joe Biden getting out.
It was time. It came a little bit too late.
Which brings us to Kamala Harris being in, and that leads us to who is going to win. So I'm going to start with some prompts related to what we're going to be talking about. Trump versus Haley versus Ramaswamy versus DeSantis, and less relevantly, Biden versus Phillips versus Williamson in minus 30 degrees Celsius weather. What do you remember from this time?
Gosh, it was probably the coldest coverage ever. But then, of course, I also really remember Nikki Haley because she really put out a performance. And she didn't give in for so many weeks. And now she's also supporting Trump.
Haley or Trump?
Trump.
Definitely
Absolutely.
Trump.
This time we have a phrase as a prompt. We finally beat Medicare.
We finally beat Medicare.
Talking, of course, about Joe Biden's very confused debate performance and everything that opened up afterwards.
Honestly, after the first 2 or 3 seconds, I thought he's lost. It was really devastating. It was crucial. It was also, I feel sorry for him. I mean, he has such a great track record, and that he ended there was really sad. But it was, I think, in my feeling, it was clear that he would not have any chance to beat Donald Trump.
They waited until this long to actually bother doing with it, and now they've got a crisis on their hands.
And I think that really was the beginning of the end of his candidacy. It was clear.
I know I'm not a young man. State the obvious.
This time the prompt is fight, fight, fight. You remember what this is about.
He nearly got killed. And only seconds later, he's able to pull out the stand, telling his Secret Service people, stop. And then he put his fist up and shouted, fight, fight, fight. That is quite remarkable and in a way really impressive.
I did wonder if that iconic photo would win him the election, but it doesn't seem to be something that people talk about so much this time around. And there was even a second assassination attempt that we talk about even less. Hulk Hogan, J.D. Vance, ear bandages, and Kid Rock.
It was like a cult. People themselves were wearing bandages out of solidarity. I talked to them.
Donald Trump would be 78 years old if he wins back the White House. This would keep J.D. Vance just a heartbeat away from the presidency.
Joe Biden getting out.
So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
What did you think of that?
It was time. It was Nancy Pelosi who did kind of the work in the background. I think the former Speaker of the House, very talented politician. I fear that it came a little bit too late and it gave too little time for Kamala Harris to really kind of introduce herself and also kind of distance herself from the White House she has been working with, from the Joe Biden politics.
Which brings us to Kamala Harris being in. So all of the other Democratic Party bigwigs, they all lined up quickly behind her. She said she wanted to earn the nomination. She didn't want a coronation. Was she able to do enough in her campaign, do you think?
It was really remarkable how people lined up behind her so fast. I think she is doing remarkable in her campaign. Think about it, how little time she had to prepare. We went to a couple of rallies. The energy she puts out there.
I know where I stand, and I know where the United States belongs.
Was it too late? Maybe.
But you've pointed out that one of her strengths is not, in fact, being quick on her feet. But there was also the debate, that debate between her and Donald Trump, that most people agree that she seems to have won.
He said they're eating dogs in a little town somewhere.
Yeah, she was very nervous in the beginning. I was too. I think many people were.
On her behalf.
On her behalf, she was able to really perk Donald Trump.
I think we did learn that debating Donald Trump is baiting Donald Trump. You know, she was able to get him on the crowd sizes, and it distracted him enough from his message that in the end he lost that debate. We're now on the battle for the swing states, right? So it's the final stretch. How well did they do, both of them?
Our movement to make America great again stands stronger, prouder, more united, more determined, and nearer to victory than ever before. We're going to make America great again.
We have work to do. We still have a lot of work to do, but we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work. And make no mistake, we will win. We will win.
I traveled to quite some swing states.
If we don't do it, I mean, who else is going to do it? We have to get out here and
get these people to vote, and hopefully we can get them on our side to vote.
But I honestly think people really didn't change their minds. Of course, there are these undecided voters, and I think they were undecided until the last minute, but none of the campaigns really made such a big impact that it really changed anything, in my opinion.
But to offer one argument for Kamala Harris, that in terms of undecided voters, and there are still undecided voters in the election, they tend to go for the candidate they know less. And everybody knows Donald Trump. I guess the real question there is whether the undecided voters who say they're undecided really are. And that is something we don't know.
No, we don't, but many people think they know Kamala Harris politics because she has been with Biden in the White House. And Trump was really, really smart how he twisted it like more and more so over the last days. So I think many people think, oh, we know what Kamala Harris did because she was just part of the Biden administration, which we didn't like. One side she's not known, on the other side she's known too much. A really tricky path for her.
The American people will choose. And 2025, either way we look at it, will be the start of a new era.